Massive stock sell-off underway. I'm here with trader Peter Costa on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Peter, they're calling this Black Monday, is it?
Nah, not really. I mean, percentage-wise, we were down, the most. We were down like 5.5%. So, yeah, that's a major move. And if you look at the numbers and you look at the overall number on the Dow, being down over 1,000 points is scary. But in relation to what we've experienced before as far as percentage moves, it's probably in the top 10, but it's definitely not number one.
The day is early, and typically a market will continue to test new lows. Is it possible that the circuit breakers could be tested here today?
Well, I thought they were going to get tested earlier, but we just avoided that. And I don't think we'll see that again. I think that the market's finally, found the base, and, I do think that we'll probably float in this area. Maybe we'll be up or down another 100 points in either direction, but I don't think we're going to test any kind of circuit breakers today anyway.
Peter, what's behind it? Is it China? Is it oil? Is it just we're overdue for a correction?
Well, I think it's all three things. I would put China at the top of that because I think there's a lot of issues in China that people haven't addressed directly. I mean, you've had a lot of, people talking about it, but the reality is, you have the second largest economy trying to sustain a 7.5% growth rate. It's not going to happen. So I think that, there are a lot of issues coming out of China. I think that's number one. Number two, yeah, I do think we were ready for a correction. Everyone says it's not a bad thing until you're there and you see your portfolio shrink by 10%. But yeah, we probably are due for it. We're overdue for it. There have been people that have been talking about going into bear market territory. You know what? I think that's ridiculous. But who knows? I mean, we don't really know where. If I knew where the market was going to be in 3 or 4 days from now, I'd be a multimillionaire. But just going from the facts that we have at hand, where we've seen a lot of the damage is pretty much done.
Peter, I know it's hard to tell sometimes through order flow, but do you have a sense of whether it's institutional sellers, retail, or both?
No, I think it is institutional sellers. We've had the volumes were up this morning. And it's funny because they weren't up significantly. If you would think that this was a capitulation, the volumes would be much bigger, but the volumes are definitely up. And then retail, they're usually the last ones to the plate anyway, so I don't see that. We wouldn't see that flow anyway. But as far as what I have seen, I would say that a lot of it is institutional and some of it's overseas.
Peter Costa, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for TheStreet.